What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the channel. I apologize. I forgot to hit record. That's my bad. We won the AFC Championship game against the Jaguars here in pretty dramatic fashion, 35-6. It was not a close game by any means. We had a lot of really nice plays. I had a lot of really nice highlights for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into some of these highlights so you can actually see them, so that I can go back and recap some of what happened in today's game. Like I said, I apologize. I forgot to hit the record button, and I'm kicking myself now. But we had a great game, and we're setting ourselves up for a Super Bowl appearance. Let's go ahead and jump into some of these highlights and show you guys what exactly happened in today's game. So remember, our starting running back is not in the game today. It is going to be Carlos Steele, the big man, who is going to get the call. And the first highlight of today's game is Steele taking the carry to the outside, trucking a man, stiff-arming another man, and continuing to fight all the way down to about the 40-yard line here, where he sets the team up for an offensive touchdown. Next up here, very shortly after that, Nick Biggs is going to drop back to pass on the play action, and he's going to find Albert O down the sidelines, who tries to reach into the end zone, just barely outside of the goalpost there, and gets us down to the 1-yard line, setting us up for a score. Unfortunately, this replay did not save, but it was going to be Steele, the big man, who fights his way in for the touchdown. You can see him there celebrating in the end zone. He gets a 1-yard touchdown rush and puts us up 7-0 early in this game. The next big play came on I believe the very next drive for us. Nick Biggs drops back to pass, finds his man on a pretty inconspicuous drag route coming across the field, but Callahan turns upfield and beats his man, beats the shoestring tackle, makes a move, makes the man miss, and again, big plays setting us up near midfield and setting us up in position to get touchdowns this game. Big performances out of the offense, setting us up for success. And then as the entire first quarter closes out here, we are on a 4th and 2 situation as time is expiring here in the first quarter. Nick Biggs decides to do it himself. He's going to go upfield and make a couple guys miss, and takes us all the way down on a 29-yard rush to about the 16-yard line, setting us up for a score early in the second quarter. And sure enough, just a couple plays later, Nick Biggs passes to Callahan, who he finds and almost reaches into the end zone for a touchdown. They don't give it to him on this play. I thought it was pretty close. I don't think it was necessarily a touchdown because he was down prior to getting that ball across. However, very nice effort there, and on the very next play, you guys are going to get to see a 1-yard rushing touchdown by Nick Biggs, and this is just a pure effort play here. It's a QB scramble, designed quarterback scramble, trucks over Matt Ioannidis and gets himself in and gets us the 2-possession lead in the ballgame. Now, one of my favorite highlights from this game, a high IQ play here. Nick Biggs recognizes his man Callahan is open and uncovered, so he's going to hot route him to a fly route, a streak route. He sends him downfield. Nick Biggs unleashes a bomb, and he goes up over Miles Jack, high points this ball, and comes down with it. Like I said, we are getting huge plays from this offense, setting us up in fantastic field position. And honestly, the Jaguars offense hadn't been able to do anything all game. They've just been ineffective. There wasn't even much to highlight on the defensive side of the ball. We were just getting business done and putting ourselves in a position to win. And this one here is probably the nicest play of the game, as it's a play action rollout to the left. Wasn't expecting a whole lot here, but Nick Biggs settles down, throws kind of off his back foot, but finds the man open, back corner of the end zone, toe tap, touchdown. And that puts us up by multiple scores and almost puts this game out of reach. This one was huge. I'm going to go ahead and get a screenshot here for the clip art for this video. And honestly, who does it better than Carlos Steele in today's game? We get down here as we're grinding out the clock. We hand it off to the big man. He has an easy touchdown, but he does the absolute disrespect to the defensive lineman and puts him on his butt and gets us the essentially nail in the coffin here on that play. He goes down, does his traditional celebration, and we're moving on to the Super Bowl, guys. The Houston Oilers back in town. and we're going to the Super Bowl with this young squad. Let's go ahead and move on to it. And how about this? Nick Biggs gets his look at revenge in the Super Bowl. He did not win MVP. He was snubbed of MVP by Kyler Murray. And guess who he's facing in this Super Bowl? The 14-2 Oilers going up against the 12-4 Cardinals. This is going to be a game. We'll see what happens as we get in here. I don't know how these teams are going to match up, but I'm just excited that we were able to get this team to this point. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you guys leave your comments down in the comment section below. Before this game, what do you think the final score will be? I want to see your predictions down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and get into this one. All right, guys, here it is. We're down at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. You guys can see the Oilers coming out onto the field, the Cardinals coming out on the field. Cardinals back in the Super Bowl again. We're in the Super Bowl for the first time here as a team, a newly formed team, I should say. I can't wait for this matchup. Let's see how Nick Biggs and Kyler Murray match up. Is our defense going to be too much for Kyler Murray? Can we get it done with the offense? Is Nick Biggs going to continue his elite performance? Is he going to fall back into his subpar quarterback performing ways like he had earlier in the season? I don't know what's going to happen in today's game. I'm excited to find out. Let's jump into this. All right, so early in this game, the Cardinals are starting with the ball. We're going to go ahead and put some pressure on and see if we can't get the stop in the backfield, and this defense is hungry. They get the stop on 3rd and 2. The running back goes nowhere, and we're going to be getting the ball back with an opportunity on the Cardinals' first drive of the game to take advantage. We'll be getting ball at half, so remember that. All right, so this is first drive of the game for us, first possession. Let's see what we can get done. I don't know who's going to get open. We do get Jack Hayes open coming across the middle, and our first play from scrimmage is going to be a nice 7-yard pass to Jack Hayes, the tall wide receiver. And that one, I would say, was pretty successful. I am going to have to go in here in a moment and edit the depth chart so that we have the right guys in. We got Albert O open, drags the feet, gets us across the 50-yard line down to the opposing 39, and this is a good time for me to go in and edit our depth chart real quick. All right, joined back here from the 39-yard line. We're going to drop back to pass on the double slant. We got our man open. Callahan, good coverage there, though, because Callahan only picks up 8 on that one. We're going to go ahead and try to get a proper defense against this trap play. It doesn't look like we're going to get it, so let's switch to the halfback dive. We're going to dive up the middle, and Carlos Steele picks up a nice gain of 6, gain of 5. I'm really trying to get this trap play going. They keep trying to blitz against it. Now we might be able to get this working from the 25-yard line. Good blocking up front. We get the truck, and unfortunately, the second guy that is there to stop us. 2 rushes, 21 yards for Steele so far. Set up at the 9-yard line. Let's go ahead and see what Coach has for us. He's got the inside zones. We can hand it off to Steele. We could try to maybe hit the back corner of the end zone. Let's go ahead and hand it off. Ground and pound. Set the tone for today's game, as Steele is doing it successfully to this point down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal situation here. We might as well hand it off one more time. That's Jalen Samuels in. He's going to get stuffed in the backfield, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and goal attempt here from the 6-yard line. I want to see if we can get this. I think just regular slants should work here for us. Jack Hayes might get open. Arrington might get open. Let's see. Oh, man, and that ball was perfect. Arrington just goes out of the back of the end zone for no reason on that reception. We're going to take a 3-0 lead here with about half of the first quarter gone. I'm all right with that. We got some points. We're opening up with the first score of the game, and we get ball at half. And believe it or not, we are in beautiful field position. The Cardinals did nothing on their last drive. In fact, their punt was absolutely atrocious as we throw a bad ball, jumped, and almost intercepted there. Should have been intercepted, should have been picked off, and we get away with one. We do have the opportunity, though, here from the 48-yard line after a poor punt. which is going to set us up with some nice opportunities. And we find our fullback coming out of the backfield, the fullback of all people, with the reception. 13-yard rack after that gets us down to the 19-yard line. How about that one, guys? That is something you don't see every day. You don't see the fullback in a lot of offenses getting downfield and catching passes. We got nothing open. Just flip it. Oh, I thought we could have flipped it to Albert O. We almost got it there. That could have ended badly. Let's go ahead, see what else we can call out of this formation. Not a whole lot that I'm loving. We'll just go ahead and call this stretch play. We do get the blocks up the field. Steele doesn't quite have the speed, but gets us down to the 5-yard line again. Puts us in a goal line scenario. I think from the 5, we should have no trouble punching this in. Let's see what we can get done. Todd is in the game. So it looks like as we get down here to the goal line and Todd gets the touchdown. As we get down to the goal line, it looks like Steele is kind of wearing out stamina-wise. The fullback, though, leading this team today. What is this? We take the 10-point lead with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. And guys, how about this for a big man run? Steele is averaging nearly 10 yards per carry in today's game. We hand this off on the trap play. He avoids one man and just trucks through a host of other Arizona tacklers and gets us up to the 40-yard line. This man is hungry after getting his opportunity in the AFC Championship game and capitalizing, and he is continuing upon his performance today. Steele is in the game. He's not. I think we're going to go ahead and call slants real quick just to see if we can't hit Callahan real quick on the quick slant, and he does get it. He gets that inside positioning like we wanted, and that's going to put us up 17-7 with 7:30 left in the second quarter. Guys, we are just going to keep riding on the back of Steele in this game. We have no choice. He's playing like an absolute monster. You guys will see his rushing total is up to 87 yards, and that's just in the first half of today's game. I don't know what's going on with Arizona's defense, but it certainly is not working against what we're running. Let's go ahead and try to roll this one out. Jack Hayes probably going to be a blocker for us downfield. That'll take us up to the 42-yard line. We're looking to put some points on the board before half, but we're also looking to eat up the remainder of this clock. Reason being, we get the ball at half. If we can put some points on the board and eat up the remainder of the clock, we put ourselves in a fantastic position to come away with a win. And what is going on right now? Steele passes 100 yards on a beast of a run. Just keep giving this man the ball. He is absolutely balling out in today's game. Perfect time to run a play action because I can see that blitz is coming. We're going to go ahead and roll out, try to toss one up to Hayes, and Hayes with an amazing catch. That was a bad throw and a bad route. Altogether, a poorly executed play, but Albert O is going to bail us out with a fantastic catch, taking us down to the 25-yard line. My head's about to explode with everything that's gone on in this game. Steele doesn't want to go down. We're at the 23. Brings up a 2nd and 8 situation. And about 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. Todd is in the game, the fullback. Can he get the blocks out in front that he needs? He's trucking. How's this man slipping through the defense up to the 11-yard line? What is going on right now? How did I not know that Todd could play halfback the way that he is playing right now? He's just slipping through tackles. This is absolutely crazy. I kind of want to go with the play action, but I also kind of don't because look how good the run game is working. The offensive line combines with this halfback combination and just destroying the defense. Just absolutely destroying the defense. And no sense in turning the ball over or anything like that. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep handing it off. And we're going to win this game. There's not even a question about it. Not even a doubt in my mind at this point. And Carlos Steele walks in untouched. Untouched. We are now up 24-7 with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Arizona does have all of their timeouts. I'll bring you guys back in if they do anything. Otherwise, we'll be seeing you in the second half with the ball in our hands again. All right, so at the end of the half here, 24 seconds remaining. 2 timeouts for Arizona. They are in close position to be able to do something on offense. Great hit stick tackle there on the outside by our cornerback McDougald. they're going to have to utilize a timeout, and we're going to see if they can't get something done. 19 seconds left, 34-yard line. We're just going to indicate pass so our guys know to cover over the top. Try to get some blitz happening with our D-line. We do get the hit there and pressure him. Tackled down inbounds. 11 seconds, 10 seconds. Clock's running, and they have to take their final timeout. Are they going to kick the field goal? They are. Let's see if they can put this one through the uprights and cut this to a 2-possession lead. We will be getting the ball at half, like I mentioned, though. And they do put it through. So it's going to be a 14-point lead going into halftime, and we will be getting the ball. All right, so nothing changes with the game plan here, guys. The game plan is to hand the ball off, eat the clock. You guys can see how well it is working. It is absurd. 131 yards rushing, 17 rushes. I'm going to have to look up what the record is because I don't remember what the record is for rushing yards in the Super Bowl, but I'm at a point where, like, I just kind of want to get it. I just kind of want to get it to say that we ended this franchise, we ended this series on a record-breaking performance. Let's see if we can make that happen. What? They can't stop it. They can't stop it. I don't know why they aren't putting more guys in the box. We haven't passed the ball much today. It's not like we're forcing them to commit to the pass, but they just don't want any part of this running game. I think that's what it is, genuinely. I just think they don't want any part of this running game that they know is just going to pound the rock all day long. All right, guys, so I looked up the record. The record is 204 yards by Timmy Smith versus the Broncos in the Super Bowl. So that's our mark. We're trying to get over 204 yards. Can we do it? We're at 145 with the majority of the second half remaining. Now, I know that these things kind of go wonky sometimes in the way that they work. So, as I had you do with your score predictions, leave your predictions down in the comment section. Do you think we break the record for the most rushing yards in a Super Bowl ever? We are at 150. We need to get 54 more yards with Steele. You know, an injury could happen. A couple of different things could happen. Let's hope that that's not the case. Let's also focus on making sure that we close this game out, of course. You know, we need to put some points on the board in this drive. We don't need to get any crazy ideas or anything like that. But I'm kind of excited for this. I'm kind of excited to see if we can do it. Jalen Samuels gets a handoff. That's not going to help our cause. But we are now at the 23-yard line. I might as well show you guys the rest of this drive, see if we can't put some more points on the board, and basically finish this one out with a nice, finish this drive out with a nice little stamp at the end of it. Fullback, open again. What is happening? Fullback gets us down to the 1-yard line and almost trucks his way into the end zone. That puts us at the 1-yard line. About 5.5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Hand it off to Steele. See if he can't get into the end zone. He stiff arms a man. He almost makes the effort play and almost gets us into the end zone. One more handoff here. We're going to try the power play to the outside. Stiff arms a guy and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. I think at this point this game's out of reach. We're just going to keep trying to pound the rock with Steele and finish this Super Bowl out strong. So stat check as we close out the third quarter. We're at 169 in terms of our yardage total. So we're very close. We need 35 total yards. If we finished out this ground game, if we finished out this drive on the ground, we would completely finish off that record. So let's try to get it done. We're going to go power play to the strong side here. 9.5 minutes left in the first half. And guys, wouldn't you believe it, Carlos Steele exits this Super Bowl with a compound fracture that is going to put him out for the rest of the game. So, on the stat sheet, he actually finished the day with under the record for the amount of rushing yards. He finishes with 187 on 30 carries, 6.2 average, and 2 touchdowns. Fantastic performance for him. Definitely is going to be up there in the record books, but not a record-breaking performance. We're going to go ahead and finish this one out. Well, and unfortunately, I skipped the Super Bowl presentation at the end. I held X too long. But we're going to finish this off, this franchise, this series, with a 38-20 victory over the Arizona Cardinals. I think it's a very good way to finish this series off. Like I said, it might not be over. You might see some of these players, these auto-generated players, in some of the other series on my channel. We're kind of restructuring things right now, so we'll see what series actually make it to the channel. Some things have happened, so some things have changed. Let me know in the comment section what type of series you might want to see on top of my Steelers franchise on Madden 2, if anything. And as always, make sure you guys leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and comment down below. This is the last one for this series, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed this series quite a bit, moving this team from the Texans out of Houston back to Houston to become the Oilers. It was exciting. I know that I didn't do as many videos as you may have liked me to do on this franchise, but this was a fun one. So, thank you to you guys that supported this series, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.